Hi everyone, Will from Runchat here. So in this tutorial we're going to look at how to generate images and then 3D models in Grasshopper using Runchat. So you can download the Grasshopper examples from docs.runchat.app and find the text to 3D example in that folder. And we'll just open that up. Make sure you've already got a Runchat account and linked your API keys if you haven't already. How this Runchat definition works, or this Grasshopper definition works, is there's two different Runchat components that we use. These are two different workflows. And the reason for that is we could always make this one big workflow where we generate our image and mesh at the same time and publish that as a single node. But it's kind of nice having some feedback on what is actually going to be generated by our 3D model while the 3D model is being generated. So let's have a look at each of these Runchats. We can right click on the node and just go edit Runchat. Close this other stuff. And you can see that the create image Runchat is really simple. It's just a single node. We publish the prompt and the output, and we've chosen the image fast model to use here because it is a fast model. It's already gone and generated our image of a chair, and then we've turned that into a textured 3D model in Grasshopper. We can have a look at the Runchat which does the 3D modeling. Let's have a look at that. Edit Runchat. It's also really simple. It's a single node, single AI node. We publish the image output, or the image input, and the 3D model output, and we're using the 3D model generative AI model here, which is also called Trellis, which is the underlying AI model that we're using. So the way this workflow works, we have a prompt, it creates an image, that image then gets passed to the second Runchat, which creates a 3D model, and then we're using our load GLB component from the utilities menu to display that GLB in Rhino. Now something which is really nice about this tool, let's just disable our Grasshopper solver for a second, is we can easily generate variations on this in two ways. We could either connect multiple prompts, okay, 3 prompts, let's connect those 3 up there and enable our solver again. What will happen is now we're providing a list of data to our image generating Runchat, which means it's going to get 3 prompts as an input, and it should spit out 3 images as an output, which is what we get there. Then those 3 images are passed to our image generating, or our mesh generating model, which means that it's going to go ahead and generate 3 meshes. And once it's finished doing that, it should generally take just as long to create multiples, because Runchat runs in parallel as it does to create a single one. So for Trellis and creating these 3D models, you're looking at kind of 30 to 45 seconds or so to create the model, send it back, and then another couple of seconds to download the file and create the textured mesh previews. Another thing that we can do, if we want to, is customize both of these nodes. So maybe we don't want to use the super fast image generating model. It's not perfect at following prompts, let's say. Maybe we want to generate the variations within Runchat instead of having to paste in a bunch of prompts in Grasshopper, which is kind of not optimal. So let's go ahead and do that while this is loading. We're going to right click on this and we're going to go edit Runchat. And I'm just going to create a copy. So we'll go save a copy. That's because I don't want to change the one that everybody's using in that example. So for now, let's just change the image model from image fast to image accurate. And let's output, let's say 4 variations on that model. So now with a single prompt, it's going to generate 4 images. And we can save that. You can rename it if you want, and we just want to copy the ID from the URL. Okay, so back in Rhino, it's now finished generating those models, showing all of them in our viewport, which is nice. And we're going to use our new Runchat that we've just created. So we'll make a new Runchat node, right click on it, set the ID. That'll load in the schema, and let's plug in our single prompt. And we'll swap that out. Okay, so we're running our prompt, which should generate multiple images this time. Just for a single prompt. Cool, that is much better at following my prompt as well. We've actually got pop graphics now. Can delete all of these old ones. They're not being used. And we'll wait a little while and we should get 4 kind of funky pop inflatable chairs in Rhino. You can customize the way that we create these variations any way you like. Check out the other tutorials on using Runchat, not in Grasshopper, just building your own workflows for tips on how to create variations on prompts or to describe reference images to produce variations. Both of these might be useful for creating multiple 3D models in Grasshopper like this. Using that variation setting is just one way to produce multiple variations. They're cool. I like them a lot.